It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Give to the back. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And they're starting to bring some noise here on this early 3rd and 10. To the air, it's Hill. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Boilermaker. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Green. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. He's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Purdue!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, if they got the first down, they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll try the left side. He breaks a tackle. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just
pick off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Boilermaker! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
and they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away, and once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been hit with haymakers, down 21-0 and really needing to get a drive going. Snags it down the right side. There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
Back to pass. It's Hill. Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The Boilermakers want to crank their tempo. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Pressure coming. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He slings it deep to the left. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And the Boilermakers are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Purdue!
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the 1st quarter yet.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand in the ball.
Going deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit as he throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wants to adjust the pattern. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line is set on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Under fire. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Green. Spits it out to the back. He's got it down the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. And they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Gets open down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They just keep firing.
Well, the defense that
going over the top. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Turning it on. Quick step and go. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the work.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! This guy is so impressive, both with his ability to move, to buy time, to run, and then he'll kill you with his arm.
Unbelievable. Just a freak. It's like he's playing a video game and everybody else is trying to play real-life football. It's ridiculous to be that fast and still be a quarterback, still make plays down the field. It's just not fair.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick 6.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. And they've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Purdue! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
LSU 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking to pass, it's Hill. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Number 17.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Falls in the deep ball. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Throws to the wideout. Give him 6. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
49. LSU. 15.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Green. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Good enough for first down.
To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Brings up 4th down.
Tries to get it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Looking to throw, it's Hill. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
First down for the offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He wants to throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback making checks. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time.
He's got it inside the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Green. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
Will take over. First and 10.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Purdue.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Finds a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He throws one to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He stopped at the 48. They pick up a 10 on the play. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2. The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Boilermakers are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Gay. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that third down. They're what?
Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back to throw, it's Hill. Here's the pressure. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And they're trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
LSU quick to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Moving away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to get rid of it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And this QB, you can tell, did a really good job of continuing to buy time, go through his progressions. He wanted to make the big play and even got outside the pocket a little bit to his left and took the deep shot down the field. Just missed.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires on the move. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Let's go. Off play action on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found... parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Finds a man on the left. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
LSU right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Trying to find the end zone. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his second and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. If they had gotten him there, he might still be running. He's down at the 47. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Handoff from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And guys, this is a great time to look for an explosive play on second and short. 3 wideouts to the left. Wants to go up top. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Well, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes a connection. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming. Offense changing the play. Snap in the shotgun. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
And first down for the offense.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Back open in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Number 26.
Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The way these two teams are putting up numbers, all kinds of time left as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. Makes the grab right down the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He throws into the middle of the field. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything.